Big dog. Nigga going hard, I'm stepping. Do it for the side, I'm repping. Flexing. Big dog. They hear me and they gotta feel me. I just keep giving the real me. They all know I'm the big dog.
Well, this is what we do. Your little baby. I go out every day and I do these deliveries, and she's like my partner. You know what I mean? She rocks with me. Say hi, Lolo. Say hi. Say hi. You know, watch. Her face will be over here soon because she loves to have her face pushed against my face. Yeah, see? There we go. She gonna make some beautiful puppies. We already have a blue brindle lined up for her first breeding, and he's gorgeous. Like, I really hope we get a couple blue brindles out of that. He looks like he's an XL, so her puppies may come out anywhere between pocket and XL, probably about 50-50. You know what I'm saying? He's big. Bro, did you fart? Lolo. Lolo. You over here farting? Bruh. You stink. Grown ass dog, by the way. Grown ass dog. Look. Look. Why I have to? Okay. See, this is what happens when you got girl dogs. They just be. Oh my god. Lolo, you think you could? You think you could take your raw asshole out from my leg? You think you could do that? Cause it's kind of gross. Don't do a close-up. They're gonna think you're ugly. I swear she's not. I swear she don't look like that, bro. It's just the angle, man. Alright, so we out here just, you know, grabbing some raw food for the baby. Thinking about grabbing some burgers. Hey. All this shit is expensive. But I'm trying, you know, I got a dog who's not, you know, papered and stuff. She looks great. But I can't, like, have a dog that's not papered and then not feed her properly. You know what I'm saying? I gotta at least make sure her diet is right so that she shines to the best of her ability. Okay, we got some $6.99 here. What's going on? I just decided to take the burgers. Maybe I'll look around a little bit more, see what I can find. But, you know, got this. You know what I'm saying? About to go home. What you doing? You good? Excited she could smell it. Yeah, let's see. Tail's going. Look. She's like, come on, Daddy, let's go inside. You gotta make this for me right now. Right now. So, there is a loose rat in my building. I think she could smell it, so she keeps on hunting for it. But if we see it, I'm gonna let her go. I'm gonna let her catch it. I swear I don't live in a ghetto building. I live at the beach. And if you've ever lived by the beach, you know, two things come with it: roaches and rats. So y'all, usually I'll have some vegetables like some broccoli or something that I'll mix up in there. But I forgot to get it this time, so she's getting all protein. We got our burgers here. You know what I mean? I'm gonna grab my gloves. I don't really like touching this meat. Take out one, put it in there. Take out another, put it in there. Try and get her some fat ones. She didn't really need all fat ones because we got some burgers for her this time. Dog juice? I mean chicken juice. So we're gonna throw that beef patty in there as well. Just for a little extra protein. You know, there's a lot of guys that I watch on YouTube and stuff like that, and you know, one of the things that I learned is it's good to give them two types of protein, some vegetables, like it should be 70-30, 70% meat, 30% like vegetables, fruits, whatever you got, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, so I've been feeding her raw for maybe 2 months. Yeah, about 2 months, because she started to get sick. I was feeding her good dog food at one point, and then it got too expensive, and so I started feeding her this stuff. This stuff is garbage. Don't feed it to your dog. It will kill them. It's like feeding them McDonald's every day. And basically what happened is she ended up having I noticed that she was itching a lot, but I didn't know what it was. I kind of ignored it. And then eventually her hair started falling out. She got hives. Her hair started falling out. I guess at some point I thought it was fleas, so I bought her like a flea treatment. That didn't work. Her hair started falling out, and I started looking into it, and I realized what was going on was she was having a overgrowth of yeast in her stomach because of the cheap ass dog food. Basically, it's got too much carbs that the negative bacteria could feed off of. That's why your dog shits are so big if you feed them, you know, dry food, because it's a lot of waste. When you feed them raw, they have these little tiny shits. Like, they go from having them big ass shits that fill up the bag, having these little tiny shits that make you feel like you're wasting bags just picking it up. You feel me? Oh, this is kefir. So you could go with either kefir or like Greek plain yogurt. Always make sure it's plain, no sugar, because the sugar will feed the negative bacteria. You feel me? This stuff, make sure it has probiotics, live probiotics, unsweetened, plain, and that will reintroduce some positive microbes into their system. You could also do sour cream, you know. Like I said, plain Greek yogurt, plain yogurt. Plain Greek yogurt is the best, obviously. Kefir is really good. What else do I like to get in there? I'll take a singular egg, crack that. She's gonna enjoy it this time because she hasn't had beef in a long time, you feel me? People say to mix it up or crush the eggshells up little, like, I don't do all that because she grown as hell, bro. She know how to chew eggshells. Like, look at her, she running in and out of the room. She's hella excited. You want to get some oatmeal as well. Sometimes you want to throw some pumpkin or some butternut squash in there. It's good for the gut health. All of this helps soak up excess moisture, because sometimes, you know, the raw diet will wreak havoc on their system a little bit, where they start getting diarrhea and all types of shit. So, you know, you want to throw some stuff in there, like the butternut squash helps absorb moisture. The oatmeal helps absorb moisture. You don't want to put too much of it in, or else they start having these like rock hard shits. You feel me? So, I like to throw in like a fermented fruit. So I'll go get the old. They say, you know, fermented fruit is like a good prebiotic. It's basically something for the probiotics to feed off of. But to be honest, I've been noticing when I give her this stuff, sometimes it's like it feeds that yeast overgrowth in her stomach. You feel me? So I've been experimenting. I stopped giving her the fruits for a while, and her itching has been calming down a little bit again because it started sparking up again, and I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, maybe it's fruit, you know, because the fruit has sugar in it, and maybe the fruits weren't fermented enough, you know. So now that those bananas are like all the way black, I'm gonna try it again, and hopefully they're like, you know, a little bit more fermented to where they'll feed the formula. You feel me? Let's see. Oh man, this is a lot of meat. I don't want to waste this. Hold on. She need all that. She need all that. Yep. Let's get all of that off. Let's not waste nothing. Watch how she runs. Sit. Good girl. Down. Good girl. Stay. And I always use this as an opportunity for obedience training. Down. Good girl. Stay. All right. So it's an opportunity for obedience training. So you just sit here, you know, go on your phone, check the time, scroll through Instagram for a little bit, because what you want to do is make her wait, make her understand that her food comes from you, the permission to eat comes from you, everything comes from you. You want her to understand the structure of the household. You also want her to understand, like, especially if you have kids, like I have a small child. She's 4 years old, you know, and sometimes, you know, they get into little challenges, you know. It doesn't happen a lot, but sometimes my daughter's being a brat, doing stuff like putting her feet on her and stuff like that, and you'll hear her growl. I have to go over and check her real quick, grab her by the neck, slam her on some Caesar shit. You know, not to look, man. These are bullies, bro. You gotta be firm with them. You don't abuse them or beat them or nothing like that. But you gotta, you know, every once in a while you grab them by the back of the neck, slam them on their side, hold them down, and wait till they relax. And when they relax, they understand who the boss is and keep it moving. But yeah, so she's just patiently waiting. And we'll hit her with the go eat. There you go. Well, lock this back up. And that's it. That's it for now. I don't know if y'all want to see her eat. I got blue light in my room. You can't really see it. There she is. Going crazy. Okay. I had started feeding her raw when I first got her, and she was like 3 months old, maybe 3.5 months old. But her stomach would run so much, and I hadn't done the research, so I didn't know how to stop that, and she was shitting everywhere, bro. Yeah, I was losing my mind, bro. I could not deal with it. Oop, oh, yeah, you gotta slow down, baby. You know, it's fine for them to eat bones as long as it's raw. You know, you don't want to have them eating cooked bones because they'll splinter and they could damage her stomach. You know, but She'll wash this off real soon. Like, we could literally sit here and watch it probably be done. Then also, because you don't want your dog to have food aggression, you want to pet her. Hey, no. You see? Okay, go ahead. Eat. Go eat. Go eat. There you go. See? Little correction. But you gotta mess with her. You gotta mess with them while they're eating. Hey! I said no. No. Yeah? Now I gotta take it. You know? This you gotta understand. I used to feed her out in public, and I started putting her in the cage to feed her, and then maybe that was part of the mistake. Go ahead. Go eat. Go eat. Go eat. Go eat. Come on. Eat.
I'm naming her next name Buzz now.
There you go. See?
I'm naming her next name Buzz now.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
There you go. See? But you have to adjust them to being touched while they're eating. See? Now she knows. Now she knows. She can eat. She can eat. I can touch her. There you go. She got flakes all over her face. There you go. There you go. Now she knows. Alright? So you have to. So I'm gonna stop feeding her alone in her cage because it's making her develop food aggression, and we can't have that. She has to know her place.
Big dog. Nigga going hard, I'm stepping. Do it for the side, I'm repping. Flexing. Big dog.
See?
They hear me and they gotta feel me. I just keep giving the real me. They all know I'm the big dog.